My wife told me I ruined her life by getting her pregnant at 18. So I asked her one question that changed everything. We were standing in our kitchen, the one with the cracked tile we'd been meaning to fix for 3 years. Our daughter was spending the weekend at my mom's house, and the silence between us had grown so heavy I could feel it pressing against my chest. The faucet dripped twice, marking time like a metronome. Do you actually believe that? I asked. Or is that what your mother told you to believe? Renata's face shifted. Not anger exactly. Something closer to recognition. A flicker of doubt crossing features I'd memorized over 15 years of marriage. We'd been together since sophomore year of high school. 2 kids from the same neighborhood who found each other in the chaos of overcrowded classrooms, and parents who worked double shifts just to keep the lights on. When she got pregnant, her mother called me every name imaginable. Said I'd trapped her daughter. Said Renata was destined for bigger things before I came along and derailed everything. But here's what nobody talked about. Renata had been failing 3 classes. She'd been skipping school to work at her uncle's bodega because her family needed the money. The future her mother imagined for her existed only in retrospect, polished by years of resentment into something that never actually was. I gave up a scholarship, she said quietly. You gave up a conditional acceptance letter, I corrected. One that required you to maintain grades you weren't maintaining. I was there, remember? I helped you study for the finals you never took. She sat down at our small table, the one we'd bought secondhand when we got our first apartment together. I remembered carrying it up 3 flights of stairs, both of us laughing because it barely fit through the doorway. We'd scratched the wall pretty badly, lost our security deposit over it. My mother always said, your mother wanted someone to blame, and I was convenient. This wasn't about winning an argument. It was about something I'd watched build for years, a narrative that had slowly replaced our actual history. Every time her mother visited, every passive-aggressive comment at holiday dinners, another layer of revision was added to the story of who we were. I'd become the villain in a play I never auditioned for. I sat across from her. Do you remember the night Esperanza was born? Do you remember what you said to me? She was quiet for a long moment. Outside, I could hear kids playing in the street, their voices carrying through our open window. The evening was settling in, that golden hour light making everything look softer than it really was. I said I was terrified, she finally answered, and grateful, that I didn't have to do it alone. You said we were going to figure it out together, and we did. I wasn't pretending our life had been easy. We'd struggled, worked jobs we hated, lived in apartments with radiators that clanked all night, and neighbors who screamed through the walls. I'd missed holidays. She'd cried from exhaustion more times than either of us wanted to count. But we'd also built something real. Our daughter was 12 now, curious and kind and obsessed with marine biology. We'd managed to buy this small house with its cracked kitchen tile. We'd made a life worth living. I don't know when I started believing her version more than ours, Renata said. It happened slowly. I watched it happen. She looked at me then, really looked, in a way she hadn't in months, maybe longer. The distance between us had grown so gradually that neither of us had noticed we were standing on opposite shores. I'm sorry, she said. I don't need an apology. I need you to remember who we actually are. Not the story your mother tells. The real one. The one where 2 scared kids decided to build something anyway. She reached across the table and took my hand. It wasn't a grand gesture, just her fingers intertwined with mine, the way they'd been 1,000 times before. But it felt like the beginning of something. A reclamation of what we'd always been. We sat there as the evening light shifted through the window, neither of us speaking. Some truths don't need words. They just need space to exist again.